Good morning, everyone. Wow, we're back to Monday. Happy Monday. Hang on a quick second. Let me make sure all the things are in all the right places everywhere. All right, it's Monday. I'm going to wait for you all to join. One quick second. I got things popping up. Remove. Yay, go away. All right, great. So I missed you all last week, Monday, but it is, amazing to be back. And I'm grateful for those of you that tuned in on Tuesday instead while I was in Portugal. And, it's interesting because I planned these topics way in advance. And when I looked to get ready for this morning, I was like, wait a second, we're talking about feminine energy as I'm coming off of like the highest vibrating feminine energy I could possibly conjure up, spending the week with 22 goddesses from all over the world in a beautiful place, like all in our beautiful feminine energy. Watch this space. We're going to start posting all the fun, all the things for you all to see. Good morning. All right. Yes, all is well everywhere. So I'm going to jump in really quickly because this topic about how to use feminine energy to create wealth, I think to really make sure we're all on the same page, I'd like to do a little definition, right? So let's talk about when you hear the topic, how to create wealth, how to use your feminine energy to create wealth. Let's first distinguish between creating versus efforting to have something. So if you want to have wealth, let's talk about there's two ways you can go about it. You can create and you can effort. And I want to focus on creating because that's very feminine. To create is to cause wealth to come into being. And if you look at the definition of wealth, it also includes, and I love this piece, not by ordinary processes, right? To create wealth means to cause wealth to come into being, not by ordinary processes. Let's talk about a definition of wealth. My favorite one is from Deepak. It is the ability to easily, my favorite word, it is the ability to easily create any desire, including wealth. So it's your ability to easily create anything you want materially, spiritually, emotionally, physically. And when you have all the things that you desire in those areas, I truly believe that you are the real definition of wealth outside of just money. Then you're really abundant, but it's the ability to easily have it that defines being wealthy. So I want to also note something that we discussed while we were on the goddess retreat. And again, it's interesting because the last day of our retreat, this is what we talked about, was feminine energy. And then I opened up to prepare for this morning. I was like, guess I'm talking about it again. So clearly it's very relevant to everyone. And so, to create is feminine. To create something is feminine. The feminine aspect of God, universe, source is creative. To provide and to manifest, to make it happen, to make it come into reality, to go from, so being in the creative aspect of God is feminine, but the other side where it has manifested, it has been provided, it is now in the physical reality, the how that happens and the making of it happening is masculine. That is the masculine aspect of God, universe, source. So God, universe, source, just like us, has both masculine and feminine. And what we want to understand, if we're interested in creating wealth with ease, and if we're interested in doing it from our feminine superpower, we have to understand these two dynamics at play in all of us, but also to relate it to an understanding of both of these aspects in God, universe, source. The creative aspect is feminine. The provision, the make it happen, the get it done, masculine. The how, masculine, right? So back to the conversation being about how can I use my feminine power to create wealth? And if you're interested in creating versus efforting for wealth, you're going to have to tap more into your feminine aspect, your feminine side. If that's If, big qualifier, if you are interested in creating versus efforting, then you are going to tap more into the feminine aspects of you, right? Because the creative aspect of God Universe Source and the creative aspects of us as a mirror image of God Universe Source is the part of us that is creative is feminine. The part that gets it done, figures out the how, makes it happen, provides it is masculine. So if you want to effort, if you want to figure out how, if you want to get it done, that's very much tapping into your masculine. If you want to create, right? If you want to create, then you have to tap more into your feminine. And during the 5-day Wealth with Ease activation, on day 4, I talked a lot about the feminine superpowers. So those of you who did VIP and you have those 5 days for life, always go back and watch day 4 if you really want. I feel like the more you listen to day 4 on the the neuro feminine synergy, is the more you will understand how to use this power. But this morning, I'm going to give you three quick ways and a bonus one. All right. I am I'm intending for some typers. One of my mentors says note takers are money makers, and I have found I've got millions of dollars in notebooks of wisdom. So I want to see you all typing this morning. Let's go. Number 1, if you want to tap more into your feminine, then you're going to have to create versus effort. You want more wealth, you're going to have to tap more into the feminine aspect, which is I'm going to create my wealth, and I'm going to not lean so much on this efforting, right? What do I mean by create? I told the goddesses as we left, here is your work. Create, 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 create. Like, spend all of your time creating. What does that mean? There is the option of creating, and then there's the option of efforting, which is working. And when we want massive wealth, then our logical brain says work really hard, right? So we want to tap into the creative aspect of the feminine, which is dream, right? Dream about it, visualize. The feminine superpower is I see it as done. My husband, the masculine, he needs the steps. He needs to know how. He needs to like get all the tasks and be super strategic. And he's like gonna go to battle and target and like all that. No, in the feminine, we just create. We're like, you know what? Here's my vision of what I would like for myself with wealth. This is what it looks like. This is what it feels like. This is what's included. I just see it. I make something out of nothing with the superpower of visioning it, journaling it, talking it into existence. We create life, right? Giving life to your dreams. That's how you tap into the feminine, is to create, to create, to create. See it as done. And this other last part about creating, I really want to inspire you in the feminine. In the feminine, we ask for what we desire. We ask for it. So many of us have abandoned our feminine superpowers and we've gone into our masculine, and we've abandoned the like, really, I think it's a superpower that I can just ask for what I want and get it, right? And I was telling the goddesses that I was married before, and my husband in the past said, "You get everything you want. You just get it. You ask for it and you get it." And I was like, "Well, yeah, that's the feminine superpower. Like, sorry, you didn't come in a woman. I don't know what to tell you, right? But tap more into your feminine, bro. Like, I don't know what to tell you, right?" So we have abandoned asking for what we want, and instead we have become so reliant on efforting to get what we want, which is very masculine. Ask, 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 right? So that is number 1, is really to tap into that feminine aspect of we are creators. Create and effortless. Create more, effortless. Can you all type that? Create more, effortless. Like, you have the superpower. Like, that is a crazy advantage. Like, guys want that. They wish it were that easy. They're having to muscle up and work hard to get things. And we are creators. We're natural creators. Our job is to see it as done, to visualize it, right? To ask for it in our journaling, to speak it into existence from out of nothing. So that is number one way to tap into. I love it that you're all there, right? To tap into your feminine energy is start to make yourself create more. Go back to dreaming. It's your superpower. Forget what the world says about like you have to effort. How is that working for you? Are you exhausted? Anyway, I'm not going off. I'm not like going all on my soapbox today. I think I did a whole week of that. I just want to inspire you. Good morning from San Diego. It's like 5 a.m. for you. Thank you for joining us. I just want to inspire you. That's your feminine superpower, is to create and rely less on your effort, because that's why you're so exhausted. It's not our natural tendency. And I'm not saying you are not to work. I've never said and will never say that you're not to take action. But once you start to tap more into the feminine energy of creating versus using your logical masculine aspect of your brain to get a result, what's going to happen is, one of the other things I'm going to talk about in your feminine is you're literally going to be given the exact actions to take. And now you're acting from inspiration, which makes it easier and more efficient, right? So that would be the next step, which I'm going to talk about in a minute. The next thing that you want to do is hone your intuition. How do you tap more into your feminine, use your feminine superpower to create wealth? Ladies, there's a reason it's called women's intuition. We got it. There is a reason. Do you know what intuition is? Your intuition is God, universe, source, literally channeling to you the exact instructions. Do this, don't do that, right? It was amazing. I just have to share the story with you. One of my goddesses messaged me last week, Monday. No, the Monday before we left on the retreat. And she said, Tasha, I'm not going on the retreat. I can't go. And I was, like, I've paid for her. When you're a goddess, right, the whole thing gets covered. I pay for the retreat for you. So it was very surprising that literally last minute, she's like, I cannot go. So I was curious. I was like, what's going on? And she was honest. She said, my intuition is literally just telling me, do not go. Every time I try to pack, I have this heavy feeling, and it's just like, no, no, no. Okay. So I honored her intuition. I said, okay, I totally understand. And I encourage you to honor your intuition. So we're all good. While we were at the retreat, you all saw that massive storm that came through Florida, hit the part of Florida where her and her two kids live. If she would have gone on the retreat, can you imagine the worry, the panic, all the things, because she's like across the world and this massive hurricane is coming. So it's just a powerful example. And I was just like, oh my gosh, talk about just being, good for you, honoring your intuition, right? That's your superpower. Like, we are literally getting information about what to do and what to not do. And so if you want to create wealth in the feminine and you want to be given the exact instructions, ladies, hone your intuition. How do you do that? Spend time in silence. Give yourself time and space to hear. We are so busy. We're so busy doing. We would rather think about what to do from our logical masculine aspect than to literally get divine instructions. It makes no sense to me why we do that. We would rather use our logic, right, and our very masculine side to say, yeah, this makes sense, do that, do, versus honoring the aspects of us that's feminine, that gives us the exact guidance. It's called our intuition. You want to make time to do this. You want to normalize easy. I'm sorry, actually, I missed one. You want to normalize giving yourself time and space to hear. What I realized was I was so busy, I couldn't hear. And there was also a phase in my life where I used to walk these two bridges over two different rivers. And that was my like, okay, God, I'm here. I'm open. Speak to me. Like, I don't want to think about what to do. I don't want to make it up. I don't want to figure it out. You just let me know. And invariably, that was just the most so much momentum in that phase in my journey, because I was literally just like, you tell me, I do it. Right? So make time to hear, but the other pieces, take action. So that's number 2. Number 3 is, you want to work from a state of flow and ease. Work from a state of flow and ease. What do I mean? When we are hustling and grinding, and like your calendar is so booked, there's no space in your life for just being your soft, you know how people talk about that soft life. There's no soft life in your life. It's all hard, and it's all full, and there's no room to breathe, right? You're just so busy. You're not in your feminine. Ladies, you don't realize we literally have this massive advantage of having it done for us. We, but there is no room for it to be done for you if you're so busy doing it yourself, right? If you're so busy doing it yourself, there's no room. It's like my husband saying, when he came into my life and he saw I would come home from the grocery stores and I would get all the bags out of the car and carry it into the house. And he just like tapped my son on the shoulder. He was like, yeah, your mother will not carry bags. That will not happen. That is your job as a man. I must never see your mother come home and be walking in the house with bags. I must never see you with your mother and she's carrying bags. And I was like, damn, wow, what else do you want to do for me? Right? Like, that's it. That's how we're wired. And we can talk about this till the cows come home, because some of you just still want to do it. You want to muscle up and do it, and you want to prove you can do it. Ladies, have at it. But I'm just going to tell you, as for me, I'm choosing easy. I'm choosing relaxed. I'm choosing done for me. That is feminine. I really don't understand why you would be choosing anything else, but you have free will, right? If you want to use feminine superpowers to allow God, universe, source, the divine masculine to do it for you, then you have to step out of the way from being so much in your masculine and step more in your feminine to allow it to be done for you, right? So you have to normalize easy and relaxed. You have to normalize working from flow, working from inspiration, working from that place, like truly giving yourself the soft life. I love that. Meryl's like, I love it. Done for me. Can we all type that? Like, I'm claiming done for me. I love Tita's the best. I am choosing. Now that's powerful in your feminine. I'm choosing done for me. I am choosing done for me. Um, I I just want to inspire you, ladies. Yes, actually make it affirmative. I am choosing done for me. I'm choosing it. Like, it's a conscious decision. I am effective immediately. New, like public service announcement, effective immediately, God, universe, source. I'm choosing done for me. Go ahead, do it for me. That's right, Jocelyn. I am choosing done for me. Now, here is the last one, and this is a bonus. Ladies, it is time to release control. It is time to release control. I literally, as I was walking over here to come do this live this morning, what fell in my spirit is so many women are in their masculine with this need to control everything. And you have to bring to your awareness, you cannot be so controlling and say you have faith. The two do not mix. You can't. There is no room for a miracle if you are so needing to be in control. There is no room for like massive, amazing things to happen for you that are bigger than your limited little things you're trying to control. Let me control all this, like the amount of money. Let me control how it comes, how much comes, when it comes. Like, let me just be totally in control. Like, I can't, I can't just surrender. I can't do that. I like need to figure it out. I need to have everything covered. Okay. But there is no room for faith. There is no room for a miracle. And there is definitely no room for done for you with that approach. So what I want to encourage you to do is really consider that to be in control is that you've gone too far in your masculine. Remember, I said the creative aspect is feminine, the doing, the like manifesting, the providing for you is masculine, the divine masculine, God, universe, source. That aspect, the doing, the, the how it's going to happen, that's masculine. And um, sorry to like break this to you, you can't control it anyway. Like you want to talk about working hard, that's what's making us exhausted. We are so needing to control. Like look at this, just great, like pull your fist really tight, like I gotta have it under control, and feel what happens in your entire body. And you might not be physically fisting like this every day, but if you are constantly energetically needing to be in control, that vibration you feel in your body, when the tighter you do this, like really make yourself wherever you are, like like fully go all into squeezing your fist as hard and as strong as you possibly can, but then feel what happens in your body. That's what's going on 24/7 for as long as you're needing to be in control. That's what's happening energetically. And it is going to exhaust you because it's not your job and you can't control it anyway. It is the greatest illusion that you have. And you think it makes you feel safe, but it doesn't. You are no more safer because you're trying to control it. It's not your part. Leave it to God, universe, source. Release control and start trusting and getting better at receiving. Trusting and receiving are feminine aspects. To surrender, to allow, to trust that you're going to be provided for, to trust. Why do you need to control? Because you don't trust God, universe, source to provide for you. And if you want to create wealth from the feminine aspect, which is easier, then you have to expand your trust and you have to become phenomenal at receiving, like amazingly good at receiving, right? Yes, trusting and receiving are feminine aspects. All right, so I'm going to tell you this last story before I go this morning, and it's one of my goddesses, another one who called and said, I can't come on the retreat, Tasha. I just got hit with like this massive tax situation. I don't know how I'm going to get myself out of it. Like there is no way out of it. And I can't. I have to stay here and like be on top of it, right? Control. I have to stay here and be on top of it, figure it out, move all the pieces. Like there is no out. And I said to her, actually, you are coming on the retreat and you are going to practice releasing control. You're going to practice trusting and allowing that it all be worked out for you. And this is one of those things we talk about, let go and let God. We all say it, it's like so cute to say. It's a whole other thing to live it. And if you want to truly let go and let God, that's what it means. Let go, release control. And so I told her, actually, this is your greatest goddess moment right now. In spite of the big, massive tax situation, why don't you just like say, you know what? Take care of it. Do it for me. Take care of it. God, universe, source, take care of it. I'm going to go have fun with the girls on retreat. She ended up not only coming on retreat, I came home. She's still there. She's still there. And guess what? The second she went into that feminine state, it all got worked out. Easy and relaxed, right? So what is it costing you to be so in control? It's costing you peace of mind. You're in your masculine. You're going to be exhausted. Like, just let it go. Okay. If you want wealth with ease, that's how you do it. Use your feminine superpower. You were meant to be provided for. You were meant to have it done for you. It's a soft life. I don't know, like kudos to the guys. And you know what? Men, the masculine, truly a true masculine and the divine enjoys providing, protecting, and pleasing you. Like it makes my husband feel more like a man. It truly, like he's like, I do that. I do that for her, right? That's how God's like, yeah, I did that for her, right? That's our natural tendency, is to be in our family and be like, yeah, do it for me and feel amazing that you did. I love it. So that's all I got for you this morning. I'm going to encourage you all. We have a lot coming up. We're going to start the last quarter of the year. We have a powerful thing that we'll be doing in October. We're going to talk about, oh my gosh, I don't even want to spill the beans, but we're just doing a lot. October, November, December, we end the year with our time together to create 2025. So you want to type the word reminder so you get all of the notices for everything coming up. You want to be in the know, type the word reminder. The third P is provide, protect, and please. Provide, protect, and please. Type the word reminder, check Facebook Messenger, get your message, sign up for all the things. See you all. Bye-bye.